I'm 18 years old and I've been doing business for 4 years. And I've failed a lot of times. I've tried drop shipping. I've tried SMMA. I've tried NFTs in 2021. I've tried a lot of stuff. I've also tried window cleaning, which I did make a good amount of money. Like I was making $800 a day. But fast forward now, I've been doing business for since the start of 2025. And last month we made $6,000. But the month before that, we made $1,500, which we had to refund the client, which was our first client. And then the month before that, we actually lost money because we were spending money on ads and we didn't get any clients. So overall, we're not making any money yet. We've made 6K last month, but that covered up all the expenses we had for the months before that. And the entire year, we had another business actually before that at the start of this year. And we were charging $500 a month per client, which was very, very low. And the work we were doing was insane for it. So we quit that business. And then now we pivoted to this new business. But my point is, I've tried everything. And it's been 4 years of doing business and I haven't succeeded. But I'm close. Because this new business I'm doing, I actually turned $400 of paid ads. So I spent $400 on Facebook ads. And out of those $400, we closed one client for $6,200. So that's a good ROI, right? So we have something now. I mean, it took 4 years of failures and experience to get to this point, but I'm not successful yet. And so if you're watching this and you resonate with what I'm saying right now, maybe you're a little bit ahead of me or you're a little bit behind me, but you've started businesses and you've failed and you have this desire to become successful, then this channel is literally for you. Because it's not an ordinary channel. I'm not just going to talk about information and stuff and then you watch the video and then you leave and you have no idea what you just listened to. There's so many videos I've watched about business and I literally just watched them like, oh, this is interesting. And then 2 weeks go by and nothing has changed because that video didn't give me the right steps to do or the right steps to take for me to become successful or for me to add it into my business. A lot of these types of videos on YouTube are just value bombs, but like they don't give you a direction. So I'm making this channel because one, I am in your position. I'm not successful yet because a lot of people are speaking from being successful. Like they're already successful and they're making a video. So there's no resonance there and there's no connection there. So I am figuring it out while I'm making the content. So I'm essentially documenting this. But I also learned a lot of stuff from 4 years of failing. So I want to also make content on that. And I also want to make content on exactly what I'm doing in my business right now. From 4 years of doing business, I'm at a point where now I'm doing a business with a millionaire. My business partner is a millionaire. Like I'm not joking. Through networks, through connections, through joining Discords, through joining webinars, I was able to meet people. And because I just kept doing that, I somehow, which is actually very, very lucky to be in this position, but now I'm literally working with a millionaire. So it's crazy how that works is you go from doing a bunch of stuff and you don't know what you're doing, but as long as you keep going, you start figuring it out. Like you literally learn from your failures. I remember 2 years ago when I first started my first agency, I was watching Iman. He's like, you guys probably know his videos, like how to start your first SMMA with $0. And I was like, oh my God, finally a business that I can start with no money because I had no money, right? Dropshipping that was before organic came. So dropshipping took a little bit of investments. Even literally for the membership, I couldn't pay for it because I had no money. And this was like me when I was 16 years old. But I saw Charlie Morgan and he was like, cold call. So I started cold calling, started sending emails, all that stuff. But I literally worked on that agency for 8 months and we made $0. So 8 months of hard work, like literally cold calling. I was in school. I don't know if I have pictures. I'll put it up here. But I was in school sending SMS outreach, like hundreds. I was literally just copy and pasting a script, sending it back and forth to like 100 different people. And these are like real estate agents. We're just copy and pasting a script and sending it over. But we worked on that business for 8 months and failed and made no money. So essentially just wasted 8 months. But after I failed that business and I went into window cleaning, I realized that it wasn't actually a failure. It was a huge learning point because when I started window cleaning, I was able to speak to these people without being afraid, and I was more confident. And the reason that was because while I was doing my agency, I was actually going on meetings. Even though we didn't close anyone, we were able to speak with real estate agents. Being 16-year-old, we were speaking with these real estate agents, and that developed my speaking skills and sales skills. And so when we went to window cleaning, we were doing cold calls too, so we kind of learned how to persuade people. So us being kids, naturally we did good window cleaning. But these skills or these failures and experiences that we learned from past businesses actually transfer to the next one. So if you look at it this way, you're going to fail, but they're not really failures. It's just like learning. You're literally just learning. And that's what business is. And you have to be able to continue. Like, I am a person that has a goal. If I have a goal, I will work towards it. And if I put my mind to it, that I am not going to accept anything else, then I'm not going to quit. So like that business, I quit, but I'm still doing business. My goal is to become successful. So no matter if it takes me 10 businesses, 1 business, 2 business, I'm going to keep working. So as an entrepreneur, you're going to fail so many times, but it's just education. You're literally just learning. And so you think you're a failure and you think you're not good at business or the game of business, but you need to realize you're actually just learning. And the whole process is literally, the whole process of entrepreneurship is to fail as much as you could, and then you learn from them, and then you gain wisdom and experience, and then you start your new ventures, and now you're able to make less mistakes because you've made old mistakes in the past and you learn from them. So it's like making as many mistakes and failures as possible because now you don't make those mistakes again. So there's less mistakes to make, and therefore your odds of success are higher. So that's like the main point of entrepreneurship, is if you're in my position and you've tried a bunch of stuff, you just need to pick one thing and then just continue at that. And that, I think, is the biggest point, is yes, you can try a bunch of businesses, but make sure the business you're working on is a good choice. So for me, I started an internship last year of summer, and it was an AI internship. And now everybody's talking about Make.com, NAN, AI agents, automations. I was doing that a year ago when it was not as mainstream as it is now. And I was like learning all this stuff, and because I've done agencies before, I was like, yo, I could sell this and I can make so much money. And a few months go by, I actually become really good at it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to start this business. It took a few months because my business partner was working at that time. And once his job was finished, which was literally January. So January 1st, we started this automation agency, and we picked the right business because I had the skill sets for it. I had a little bit of foundation because I was already doing automations, and I was like, yo, we have an edge because nobody's doing this right now. But we were slow because now we're at a point where there's AI automation agencies making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm not doing that right now. So there's also speed that needs to be in account to this, is if you have something, you have to be speed. You have to take action quick. You can't wait. We waited a few months, and because of that, everybody caught on. That advantage I had, that slight edge I had, was gone. Literally because we waited a few months. Everybody's talking about it now, and now it's like SMMA back in 2022 when Iman started talking about it. Everyone started selling, and everyone started starting agencies. So speed is another thing. But that brings me back to where I am right now, is I finally made good money. Like last month we made $6,200, and that was a life-changing moment because that's what I've been working for ever since. Was looking at my paycheck or looking on my phone, and I see a Stripe notification. Well, now we're not using Stripe because Stripe is gay. Use WAP. WAP is way better, but yeah, we saw the WAP notification as $6,200 payment, and I was like, bro, we did it. Like, we finally did it from like 4 years of trying. We finally got our successful payment. But yeah, like you guys are probably in the same boat as me. And so this channel is documenting the entire journey, and it's also all the experience and wisdom I've gained from 4 years of failures. And there's a lot of stuff that I learned and a lot of stuff I'm currently doing right now that are positioning me to succeed within the next few months to a year. So if you guys found this information valuable and you guys actually want to learn more and see my journey, then follow for more, because I'm going to be making more videos. I just decided let's just make a quick video. It's actually like 12 a.m. right now. Sorry. Yeah, it's like 12 a.m. I had a few espressos. I have a little bit of work to do, so I couldn't fall asleep, to be honest. So I'm like, let me make a video right now. But yeah, if you guys like this, you guys want to know more and you want to follow the journey, follow for more. And I'll see you guys on the next one.